on the computer. Okay. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for being on this call today, everyone. I really appreciate it. As I was saying earlier on today, I apologize. I've had some technology issues. I'm not sure how my GoDaddy link got separated from the link for for these webinars. So it kind of threw me off the past few days. So I want to get back on track with things and everything. Kind of nice to take a little break, but you know, during this time, was kind of get right to get the issues out of the way. Is we've been dealing with just like the turbulence of a business starting up, like a big, you know, we're obviously properly funded and stuff, but as far as like customer service, I apologize on behalf of the company for customer service not getting back to people right away. I know a lot of people have questions about the customer service, making sure that things are going really smoothly here. Let me go ahead and just I'll get this real fast. I'll just kind of mute out everyone for a second here. Okay. So that right there. Some other things that have happened is people are getting their packages without. I helped a gentleman yesterday. I feel so bad for him. He had he had MS or something like this, and also diabetes. Had fingers cut off, and I go way on my way yesterday to meet with him. I get there, he only has one wrist strap, and so I'm sitting here trying to rig this all together. You know, I put electrode on one wrist, this wrist, and I had the thing on the other wrist, and I'm sitting here trying to make it work. He's got really hairy arms. I'm trying to get this all working right. So I went ahead and shared a link with you all, and I'll put a link down in this video description here for people that are trying to get wrist straps, because I apologize. You know what? I'll reimburse anyone who buys the wrist straps. If you have someone that doesn't get the wrist straps, even though this is something I don't have to do, but I just want to help do whatever I can to alleviate the stress on the team. Hello, Lisa. Hello. What I was talking about is the wrist straps not being here. Some people are getting one wrist strap delivered to them, which I don't know. They need to really get these guys on the shipping into gear right here. And let me just make sure my frequencies are on right here. If you guys want to turn yours on as well, we could do that. So just going to turn on the frequencies here. But yeah, so I showed up there. He only had one frequency. He only had one strap. And so I'm sitting here putting this all together. So I will, again, bring Lisa up to speed here. I'm going to put the link for the straps in the video description, okay? And I can't talk about ear clips, guys, here. Just a heads up. That's separate from Healy, just to emphasize that. So that's one thing. Let me go ahead and get this frequencies on your ear. Okay, it's just synchronizing up. Who has a Healy right now with them at all? Does anyone? Or Lisa, I know you get yours. You still don't have yours at all. Man, gosh, I can't wait till you get yours. That's going to change the whole entire, all your content and stuff like that. Okay, so I got to scan the code, just getting this thing started right here. So the thing that was on my mind today to share with you all was, and I didn't take a whole bunch of notes writing this down, preparing for this, but is, you know, for those that want to build this Healy business, in really setting an intention to building this properly, and really understanding what it takes to make a full-time income in Healy, and breaking this down, I want to work with you all to break this down to having like daily goals in helping you transition to doing this full-time, because I know a lot of you are very passionate about what we're doing here, because I see it in all of you. I see all of you guys really passionate about this device and the opportunity, and it sure is refreshing to be able to think about the opportunity to help others first, and the moolah will follow beyond that. So that's a wonderful thing right there. So lately it's just, you know, we've had a lot of turbulence out there with all the stuff going on and the rioting and all this, and all the demonstration. Just touched note on that right there, and I look back and I listen to all the people out there that are into this stuff, like Lisa and all these other people. And it's like, it's really interesting to look at the energies out there and what people are doing, you know, how they're reacting in these situations. And the reality is that all of this has to happen to get us where we're going, right? So it's like, I embrace it all. You know, I don't want to see anyone get hurt. I just touch a base on this, but I am choosing during this time to be hunkered down in my home office and be hunkered down with my teams and build, because I'm too busy to go protest. I'm protesting with love and raising the frequency. That's how I'm protesting this energetic turbulence that's going on right now in the universe. And really, I think this is something that, I've said this before, if we don't put our energy to paying attention to the news so much, and put our energy and our focus and our concentration and not let us get bombarded by those emotions right there, it's going to help you guys get the upper hand, get the upper advantage in building your Healy business right now. Like, this is really divine timing to grow this business right here. And so I just encourage all of you to take this time to help other people. And I have my house. I'm actually looking at a new house today that's down next to Bill Gates' house down in Medina here today, because I want to have a bigger house to where I can have more people come in and really just keep having, we have phenomenal time over here. It's just amazing. People bring their different talents over here, maybe a tattoo artist, or you guys have seen it, you know, going on over here. So let's go ahead and take some notes today. I'm gonna, again, I'm just freestyling today with what we're talking about, but I want to help you guys come up with a game plan. And so first of all, we're gonna start off with a quote. Where's my little fancy pen here? My little comfortable pen there. There we go. The first thing is the quote. I love this quote, is an empty calendar is an empty bank account. And when I decided to leave the banking cartel, AKA being a real estate agent, back in the day, I decided to, I took my calendar and I had it broken, my calendar on my Google Calendar on my phone here. And I had that broken down to, I had it color coded for the work that I would do in the office. This is lesson number 1 here, guys. Okay, we're talking about having a calendar here. Okay, so I'd have it color coded on my Google thing. May take a little practice. I'll give you a demo on how to do this later on, but how to break your day up. And I would color code a section out. And at that time, I was in a health and wellness company called Isogenics. Was my first baby that I fell in love with network marketing. No, it wasn't Amway. That was pushed on me at age 18. Okay, but I was in this health and wellness company. I just want to stand behind science. It's been really interesting looking at my path and your guys' path on how far we've come in the network marketing space and how much the industry has really changed, because with over time, obviously the industry is getting bogged down with a whole bunch of, we call them Me Too products out there, right? And here we have like such a divine opportunity to stand behind a product that is proven. I always wanted to stand behind a science. That's why when I take a human growth hormone pill at night when I sleep. The reason why I take it is because it's backed by science. It's proven. When we take this product over here, you know, when we use the Healy device, which I got my concentration finally on right now, it's proven to do what it's doing. And so we feel confident in sharing it with other people. But back to the calendar. So what I encourage you guys all do is to make whatever your day is, you don't assume that we just have an 8-hour day job like a lot of people have. So we'll be talking about those people that have an 8-hour job, and then you can properly gauge it with your life, how you want to tailor your day and what fits the rest of your needs, like family and stuff like this. But I would encourage you to set at least 2 hours aside a day to your Healy business. Okay, at least 2 hours a day. Okay, now I would really, I find it best if I put my energy into, I like to come as soon as I have my coffee and all that fun stuff in the morning, and I get my supercharge going with my frequencies, my regeneration frequencies and stuff. I like to use this time for being extremely creative. Okay, so really step number 2. Okay, so number 1, find out where you can allocate at least 2 hours of your day to building your Healy business. Okay, that's number 1. Okay, number 2, and if someone could even, if you got a keyboard in front of you, you could write this in the notepad. That'd be really helpful to me. This bullet point. Not trying to tell anyone what to do or anything like this, but if someone did, it's fine. Maybe you don't have a keyboard, it's fine. I'll come back to this. But number 2 is find out like when your creativity is in the day, because not everyone's creativity is at the same time of the day. I get a creative surge at 3 o'clock in the morning, for example, and I'm like, woo! I'm like this for like a half an hour, and I'm like on my iPhone, and I got my dimmer switch on my iPhone down there, and I'm in bed, and I'm chilling on my grounding mat in my bed, and I'm just like cuddled up, and I'm doing my thing right there, you know. So you may you know, maybe take that time also to, you know, to find out like what moves you're going to implement into your day, into that next day or that next week ahead. And number 3 is I would use a digital notepad on your smartphone. Okay, so on the iPhone you have Notepad. Obviously the Droid you have a Notepad. The nice thing about having a Notepad, if you're not using a Notepad, is you can search words really, really easily. Like if I go into my Notepad, for example, you know, there's my Notepad on here. If someone taught me this, I actually put all my social media posts on my Notepad. So before I even put these on Facebook, I wrote the social media post and the pictures associated with that post and the links, the hyperlinks and URLs into that post right there in the hashtags. So I have a copy of that thing right there forever in my Notepad, so I can copy and paste that. Maybe I want that note later on. So I could come in here at the top of my thing, I type in Healy, for example, boom, it brings up all my latest Healy posts, you know, what I've put right on social media right there. And I have the access to those later on. I find that very helpful for getting out information later on to other people when I need to share things with them right there. So I think that's number 3 or 4 is use a notepad for your social media posts right here. Okay. So coming back now to the amount of time that we're allocating to Healy. I'm just going to open this up real quick. I'd like to hear from there's 5 of you on the call right now. How much time, I'm just curious, or maybe you could put in the Zoom chat below here, you know, you can unmute it, but I like to hear calling you one by one, how much time you want to allocate per day. I'm just curious. Okay, so go ahead and unmute if you like and just tell me like how much time you're actually setting aside for your Healy business right now, and how realistic are you being with that time right now? And are you maybe putting more time than you're even allocating? So Lisa, you want to open it up? Oh, we got Mary Alice unmuted, so go ahead, Mary Alice, first if you like.
I've been using the task option in the that scheduling app you had us download, and I've been setting up 2 hours a day to watch videos to learn.
Okay, so you're in the educational phase right now. You're learning stuff about more about the product, so you feel more comfortable and stuff. So that's good. That's good. And honestly, I didn't even start selling Healy until I had been on the product for 2 months. Okay, I didn't hop into this business to grow the business. I just hopped into it for my own health, and so that was refreshing. So. Wonderful. So have you started building a business? Are you just getting educated right now on things, or are you actually, what do I need? I guess I need some water. Right now.
Getting educated while I wait for my device.
There you go. So that's coming right now. That's exciting. Very nice. Yeah, I can't wait till they expedite that shipping. That'll be really nice, huh? Get that going on. Has anyone seen, this just came in the mail today. Oh, there you go. Okay, that's like my stuff. It's kind of cool. So has anyone seen the other shipping option? I was told that there was an expedited shipping option, but I have not seen that in the back office yet at all. Crickets. No, I don't think so either, huh? Okay. All right. So there you go. Is there anything, Mary Alice, that I can help you as far as education that you like to just kind of fill in the mortars there?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I did post a question in our messenger group there.
Okay. What is your question?
Well, my question was about a stim device on your bladder. Will that interfere with the Healy?
You know, I don't know that. I don't know the answer to that question. Are you saying that there's like someone has it
is an electronic device, battery operated.
Yeah, I would, since I feel more comfortable talking about that than like a heart issue kind of like thing that's put in as, obviously. So I would think that it's probably fine, especially on the lower frequency, just kind of work your way up and just making sure. But I haven't, it doesn't seem to have an effect on other devices, like people's digital watches or stuff like that. So I think it'd be fine, but consult with your doctor. I think it'd be fine though. Maybe you don't want to. So there's Kathleen Allison. Yeah, but I got to say that I would always say consult with your doctor, and just probably if it was me, I'd probably use it at a lower level right there and just kind of work my way up and just see if there's any kind of negative interaction there at all. So let's see, who else would like to just mention, welcome there, Kathleen, welcome. Hello. We're talking about here, how many hours people are putting into their business or looking to put into their business. This is kind of like a hold your accountable moment. This is kind of like the, when you go to church and you do your repentant or whatever, you fess up, right? Okay, Lisa, what do you got? Lisa, I'm unmuting you. I'll put you on the spot here. Well, I know you're going to do something because we've talked about this a little bit.
I don't really know how many hours per day. I have 2 other businesses. So to me, I follow when the universe tells me, when I'm told to do something with it. So I've been reaching out to people as I get those messages. And actually, it's been coming through in sessions with my clients. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really good. You don't have the device yet at all.
Yeah, and then I think once I get the device and I have a little bit more personal experience with it, I'll be able to make some videos and do a little more outreach in that sense.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'll let you put a plug on your Lisa, about your website. Lisa's a healer down in Boulder, Colorado. Is that correct, Lisa?
I'm in Evergreen, yeah, but I do all my work online.
Okay. Yeah, she does distant healing, everyone. She does a whole bunch of cool stuff. Just really, really happy to have Lisa with us. And we've done an interview before and everything. So, you know, what the universe has told me is just go like all day long, all the time. So it's kind of like a whirlwind, especially now. I just passed over 9,000 people. I think I'm at 9,100 people on my Healy team. I'll be passing, I think I'm at 195 personally sponsored now. And so
Wow.
I'm trying to, you know, allocate all this in. So I just kind of give myself to the day the whole entire time. And when my day is slower, I respect that. And when my day is faster, I'm here to
Yeah, exactly.
work it. So yes, it's actually a really, really nice balance. And that's when it comes to business, it's tough to find an opportunity that really flows at that pace right there. So I like that. Who else would like to comment on that? Judy?
Yep. So right now, like not having a device, I think can be a little bit slower. Anybody who comes into my life that I come across their path, then immediately I'm talking about the Healy to them and getting people excited and sending them videos. But once that we have the device and we can go say, hey, can we try this on you? That's going to be big for everybody. And so that's going to increase our time invested into our business because we're traveling and going places. So not so much going places, meeting with people yet, just contacting people and trying to help them over the phone or even just introduce them through videos and the PDF. That PDF is really good. That's great information. When I gave it to my chiropractor.
Which one is that?
That's the one that has all the programs, what each device does, the gold.
Did I provide that? Because I know I
Yes.
put it. Okay, you see,
Yes.
So I'm trying to get that all perfected. My web developer is here yesterday and stuff like this, and so I'm trying to get like a lot of stuff done right now. So I asked her to remove my contact information off, and so that's what we have right now, right? Yeah, that's what I did. Good. It's been honestly a little overwhelming. So that's good. And just to comment on that, Judy, also, and to all you, it's really interesting to watch the business here step up. So as soon as you get your device, and then your team members get your device, and all of a sudden, especially when we get this really like flowing, it's going to be more like, a nice smooth escalator ride instead of, bumpy stairs going up. It's going to be a nice smooth ride. And that's what I'm really, really looking forward to, because we haven't experienced that yet over here at Healy. So it's coming. I know that it's coming. But you know what I mean? So it's just like planting seeds in the garden. All of a sudden you got a crap load of seeds. You got tons and tons of seeds, and it's beautiful. That's how I watch my Healy business just really step up. And like speaking to some of the leaders, here they are. One of the gentlemen told me that he went from core million a month last month, and now he's already looking at it jumping up this next month to $400,000 a month. Think about how crazy that is right there. I mean, he's like 5 million a year. That's what his goal is right now. So wonderful. Thank you, Judy.
Yep, you're welcome.
Let me see who else wants to just kind of mention, like, what the time that they're putting into it. Kathleen or Sally Rowe. Hey, Sally. Go ahead and unmute it. Sound like let me see. Sally, I'm going to unmute you there. There you go. Okay. So I can't hear you still, Sally. You got to just hit the mute button right there. Sally Rowe asked to unmute. There you go. Perfect. Hi.
Okay. I spend a lot of time with education. I look at the YouTube videos. I look at the Healy websites because I want to be educated when I invite somebody to watch video. I also do that. I also post information on Messenger, as well as I add a video or two to get them excited, get them interested, and then when they respond, then I move on and I give them more information.
There we go. So what I'd like to comment on that note is like, for example, with what Mary Alice said as well, it's like, you're still getting educated and stuff like this. But at the same time, we can take action. And I want to be there to help you all take action, even though you don't have the device, even though you may not feel that you know exactly the right thing to say and stuff like this. Because as long as you have that commercial video right there, whether it's the 2.5-minute video with the dude at the piano in the very, very beginning, or the other one that they put my voice in, the 4-minute long one, I encourage you to first upload that onto your YouTube channel. I have a whole YouTube video on how to do just that right there. So that's the first thing that you want to do when you come into Healy. Okay. So you have that video so you can track that traffic, and then you can kind of, it's going to get you excited seeing the view traffic actually go up, you know, on your YouTube channel, and then you can start putting more YouTube channels, videos on your channel right there. So, to reiterate, even though you don't have a device, you can, I would say, and you're getting educated, I respect that, but I would send out just, you know, copy paste, hey, have you seen this 2.5-minute video? And put that URL there that's on your YouTube channel, and blasting it out, maybe out to 20 people a day. Okay, as soon as you hook that fish right there, that prospect, don't get overwhelmed. Just holler out one of your great leaders above you and say, hey, I got someone that's interested. But before you do that, just message those people back and say, hey, I always like to give people 2 options of a time to get to meet up. Say, because their usual response to that video is interesting. That's like the most common thing, is they're going to say, interesting, and say, yeah. Then you're going to respond back to them this, say, yeah. Are you available either today or tomorrow at any time to talk for a few minutes? You never want to make people feel cornered at all. Just give them options. There's no rush, today or tomorrow, you know, or okay, and see what they say right there. And then if they're engaging with you, you get that time first of all, you know, and then you obviously you want their phone number and you want to get their email address in time, so you can, like in my previous video, I was talking about being thorough with your contacts right there, as we're always updating the contacts for the CRM system and everything. But you want to then, as soon as you get that time, alert your mentor, whether it's me or one of your team members, to be on the phone there with you, because there always is the power of the 3-way phone call. You know, it holds the person on the other end accountable. They're going to be more in tune with it. That mentor is going to be able to come in and answer questions that you have. And, you know, the people that have been in this business for longer have more of a story and more experience in the voice of those who've used the technology. It's going to really vibrationally, especially if we're on it while we're talking to them, which that's pretty standard. So they're going to feel that right there. Okay. So yeah. Studying everything. It's always good to be educated. I'm always watching out with the Healy stuff. I do my best to be on all the company, a good portion of the company webinar, especially so I can keep you guys all in tune. But to be sharing that, hey, have you seen this 2.5-minute video? Copy, paste. Maybe do this in the very beginning of your day, just when you get up, right there, you're having your coffee. You have your coffee and you just copy and paste. And I just make it personal. So I say, hello, I copy paste that, but I put their name right there. Hello, Sue, you know, paste. And then I do that 20 times and see if you plant some seeds ready for the harvest throughout the day right there. Okay. How's that sound? Very, very easy. Don't feel overwhelmed about it all. There's no need to. Just go ahead and set the time and fall back, and I'm here for you all. So yes, Judy, go ahead. Thank you, Sally.
So I have a question. You mentioned do a 3-way call with a mentor. We're all brand new here.
Hey, I'll adopt you all.
You're busy. You know what I mean? You're on the phone yourself with a lot of people.
Well, you text me, but there's other people in there. I can go ahead. Let me see here. So if I go watch this, how organized I am. I'm busy, but I'm organized. So when I'm here, I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up your file right now, Judy, because off the top of my head, while I'm talking to you, I can pull up in my CRM system, which I taught you guys that. Judy Rowe, boom. And so then I go at her notes. But see how thorough it is? So I have all of your contact information right there, Judy. Okay, she is in New York, right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. My information is always very accurate. I have your phone number, your email address, but then I click on my notes right there. Met in Healy, JDD Rowe, under Brittany Clubs, and Ren, boom. I know exactly who your upline is. So if I need to strengthen your leadership by talking to them and stuff, then that's what I can do also. And then I let them know that I'm talking to you too, so they know what we've discussed and stuff as well, and bring them up to speed. So we're just kind of strengthening the leadership through the ranks right there.
Yeah. So we're all learning together, basically, right?
Exactly.
Right at the point in New York.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ren doesn't have her machine yet, I don't believe.
Yeah. So it'll just happen. Once we get the machines, then it's going to be a lot more easier. It's going to be easier for you to share the experience and stuff. But try me. If I'm not available, then it wasn't meant for me to talk to you right there. But we can do our best I do my best to be there for everyone. So,
okay.
Definitely. So let me see. What about you there, Kathleen Allison?
Well, I've been rather remiss with some family stuff, but getting back on the road here. So yeah, I've been studying. I did order a resonance, so I'm anxiously awaiting that. So it's been about a month already since I ordered it. But anyway, I'm sure it'll be here any minute when it's supposed to be.
Yes, yes, when it's meant to be.
Right.
Ah,
So I do have a question, and what types of modalities are the most receptive as far as healing types? I mean, what names do they go by?
can you rephrase the question a little bit, please? I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, we talk about some practitioners that are utilizing Healy in their practice.
Yeah.
So what types of practitioners are?
So what type of practitioners, or what are they using it on people for? What type of practitioners are using it?
Right.
Okay.
So we know kind of who to kind of narrow and hone in on more as far as in those fields.
Yeah. So, well, I've had a lot of experience with people like, there's the people that do a lot of frequency medicine practitioners out there are really liking this. The alternative healers like Lisa and stuff like this, that it's really interesting to watch. Just all naturopaths. I've got chiropractors also on board. They're using it for pain management. A whole bunch is really good for pain management. Massage therapists are using it also. I would reach out to, I'm really also, yeah, Reiki, we touch base on that. What else? Can anyone else contribute to that list at all? I mean, the list is pretty extensive. I even have psychologists that are actually, psychologists. They're actually bringing this in just for like a little bit of emotional well-being increase right there too. So, I mean, and then on top of that, I've got people that are cutting hair salons saying, you know what, this is going to give me that upper edge when I go back from being an essential worker here, and I can actually give my clients something new where they can get like a nice massage with the Healy while they're getting their hair done, for example. So, the list is extensive.
Yeah. Reiki masters, yoga teachers, massage therapists, anything like that would be great.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Is there anything else I can do for you, Kathleen? No?
Kathy?
Kathy? Well, you're the one that asked Kathleen, and that's on you. That's what you have right there.
All right.
Kathy, no problem. I'm here for you. Thank you. So we have, so we've touched base now on going over the calendar, working a calendar, setting aside the time. I encourage you to block out that time on the calendar right there. Maybe it's 2 hours. If you have more time in the day, this way what happens is subconsciously we prepare for that right there. Like, let me show you my if I look at my calendar, because my bank account's not empty, therefore my and vice versa, is, my calendar is completely dialed in all day long for the stuff that's going on here. Would any of you guys like to learn how to do this? Because there's a lot of people that have had smartphones for a heck of a long time. They don't know how to have a Google Calendar. And I think that's another class that we can definitely give for you. How's that sound? Okay. Yeah. Raise your hand if you're not using a Google Calendar or a calendar that's on your phone at all. You're all using that? You all using it? Kind of? Okay. So let me see. Okay. So having the calendar on there, and that's really nice, because then you can also invite people over to, for events and stuff like that, and they'll get a calendar invite notification if you weren't aware of that, for them to go ahead and accept. I'd love that. So it's really, that is going to free up your mind. And the more that you can become less preoccupied with what your day is going to be like, you're going to have more control over your day, having a good calendar filled out right there. So again, block at least 2 hours a day. Let's say we shoot for 5 days a week, 2 hours a day, at least. Especially right now, playing this business, I just believe that when you come into a business, you give it your best coming into it, and you dedicate the time to it right there. And if you have to shift it, for the next day or whatever, something pops up, shift it and hold yourself accountable, and be right there in that spot right there. So let me see what else there. We've touched base on all this. Is there anything else you guys wanted? We're 30 minutes into this or so I just like to do the quick things. We keep it short and simple. what else can I cover for you all today, or questions?
I have a question.
Huh?
I don't know if you have an answer, but there was 4,000 units sitting on the ground in Germany. Did they find a way to get them off the ground?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure of that yet right now. I'm not sure of that right now. I don't know. Yeah, I'll try to get an answer from Rick about that or something and see what's going on with that.
Okay.
But we're having a lot of people ordering. Obviously, the momentum's crazy right now. Again, I just passed over 9,000, 9,100 people in the team. It's just, it's at least like 100 people per day, 100, 120 people per day. Like, you know, these are the kind of numbers I think that you'll be able to see your growth. You know, as your team becomes, I said, who called me earlier on today? And she's like, oh, I have 1,000 people on my team now and stuff like this. Like the genealogies, I'm just kind of curious, do you guys know how many people you have under your downline? Jeanette, how many people do you have in your team? Jeanette's one of my top leaders. She's over at my house all the time. Listen, Jeanette here. This is crazy. Go ahead and mute Jeanette.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Gosh, I think 8,000 plus.
8,000
hanging on to your coattails, Ryan.
You are. Jeanette's over here and going, and that's just a binary leg right there. So you guys, if your sponsor is not working this business, I mean, when we choose to do business, you obviously chose your sponsors to work with. Give them a kick in the tail if you're not getting any kind of spillover, and hold them accountable building this business together also, you know? I mean, when I came to this business, I had to grow both my legs. So now I've got like 1.2 million points down one leg and like 450,000 down the other. And it's however this thing's broken. So I was building both legs. They were like even, and I switched back, and then I put a big old blast on this other one, and the volume was skyrocketing. Then I had to shift gears and go to my other leg right here. So encourage your sponsor, and then also find out who their sponsor is, and set that communication up and kick those guys all into gear right there, because that synergy is going to, as they put more people underneath you, it's going to inspire you, and you're going to put more people in. It's going to inspire the people that are coming also, even if they're setting up free accounts in Healy right now. Okay. So I think that's a nice last bullet point also, is to get a hold of your sponsors, find out who their genealogy is. Every time I bring someone into my Healy business, I always make sure that they're in touch with me and the person above me also. So that's another bullet point, little lesson, is don't just sign someone up. Show them that they have support above them right there with their sponsor's sponsor. Okay, Jeanette, I'm going to mute you out there. Go ahead, Sally.
We can't see our full legs. We only see, what, Judy, 3 or so down?
Yes.
And we
when I-
have more.
Like Sally told me she had Ellen Jones underneath her, and she thought I put her in, and I didn't. It was Brittany put her in. But I'm not seeing these people. We're only seeing a few at a time. So we just thought maybe the company was having a website issue.
Okay, so you know that in the binary genealogy, you can click on the person's tab at the bottom of the tree right there, and it'll actually take you down another 3 people or so. You're aware of this?
No.
I did find that out.
What?
Yeah, I did see that.
Okay, this back office is going to completely shift. I mean, I would like to see it so like in other genealogies, compared to what we have right here in other companies, you can actually place someone like on the inside leg. You can have, instead of just putting them down left or right, you can actually go and put them on here, kind of thing. And therefore, it will allow you to take the direct sign up bonus, but you could bless that volume going through one of your team members. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to advocate that the company do that. I think it only makes sense. How our company makes it to where you can lock a free position also. But yes, go ahead and just click on their tab. As you're looking at the binary tree, you'll see 3 or 4 people down. Just click on the top little banner of that person at the very bottom there, left or right leg, and then you can go down even further right there.
Okay. I have one other question if nobody has one. It's regarding setting up your bank account. I did call the bank and they said they don't require a SWIFT number, but then I'm not sure what to put in that spot to set that bank account up.
Okay, so I struggled with that for a while. What I do know is I think it's actually today that they're coming out with this new payment method, it's the card and stuff like this, which is going to make things a lot easier. So I think you're going to see a transition, some new stuff on that note in the next 24 hours. Okay. Other than that, what I did was, it was honestly a pain in the butt. I had to go to the bank and have them print the forms off. And I just got my first Healy paycheck the other day. And on the 15th, just a heads up, I'm building this for a long time. Okay. On the 15th, they're going to go ahead and that's when things are supposed to be all dialed. And we're supposed to get all of our pay right there is on the 15th of this month, next week. Okay. So that's what Dirk told me this morning. Go ahead. Judy.
Okay, yes, I had on mute. So first paycheck's on the 15th, but when we enroll somebody for that direct payment, when they enroll, that's supposed to be paid out weekly, correct?
I believe so. I'm a hands-on kind of guy. Once things happen, then I can go back and analyze. And I just got my first paycheck, so I'm not the best person to ask about that right now. I'm not really trusting all this programming yet. I'm kind of feeling the same way as everyone else.
Okay, because I haven't seen anything in my website saying, my back office saying where I'm going to get paid, but I know that I should be getting paid for the
I have faith in the company getting all this together. They're wonderful people. They're not here to screw anyone over. It's programming. It's easy to keep track of sales and stuff like this. They're going to get it right. But like right now, I'm hoping that the new websites are going to come out here shortly. That'd be really nice. So
there is a new website coming.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've been hearing. Yeah, it needs to happen anyways. So does anyone else have any questions, or we'll go ahead and conclude this? And I'm really thankful for you guys being on here today. I think it's been nice and chill and relaxing. It's great seeing you all. It's good to keep this energy going and the accountability. The more we show up, the more we just get that education, that knowledge, and become more accountable to our businesses. So anything else?
So is it going to be every day at this time, or?
With these, okay. So I believe all you have my phone number, but I'm going to go ahead and put this right here. Again, my phone number, so you guys have it in the chat. It's 206-396, 396-9778, 396-9778. And my email is info@superhumanry.com, superhumanry.com. I'm actually, that's what I'm doing with all these people. This is kind of fun, guys. If people say they want to come up with a fun username, I'm turning them all into superhumans, okay? Because I have Superhuman Rye, Superhuman Jess, Superhuman Rob, all these guys. So go have fun with that for a little while if you want to, okay? But where I was going with that is, Kathleen, is I will make sure that if you text me and tell me to put on the list, no, we're not going to have it at the same time. It's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday that I'm holding these, just a heads up. And they're going to be on different times. But if you provide me your emails, tell me, put you on the list, you're going to get a calendar invitation. So you'll be alerted by the end of this day. And I'll let you know right now, what we're looking for is Wednesday, the 10th. And we could go ahead and just, I like to do these early in the day. Let's go ahead and go for noon. Will be our next one on the 10th. So are you all getting the notifications for these events right now? Yes, good. Kathleen?
Yes, thank you.
All right, yes, thank you. So you'll get a calendar invite as soon as the call's over. Y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude it right here, but I wish you much success here this week with or without your Heelys. Let's keep building this and implementing these things I discussed earlier on, and just know that I'm here for you the best I can to help you do those three-way phone calls and bring more people that help raise the vibrational frequency of the world. Okay? All right, take care, everyone. Thank you. Good seeing you all. Bye-bye.